Hello guys, welcome back to my channel, and if this is your first time here, you're definitely most welcome. Please don't forget to hit that red subscribe button down below and click the bell icon beside it so that you never miss out on any of my Zeeworld upload. So today guys, let's take a look at Zara's Nikah teasers for the month of December 2020. Zara disguised as a driver while Asra disguised as a nurse, and they both arrived at the Ahmed house to escort Aisha for her therapy. Asra makes false excuses to escape being caught by Kabir, but things get difficult when Kabir decides to accompany Aisha for her therapy as well. Zeenat arrives at Dr. Nagma's clinic and sees Zara and Aisha together. She conspires with Shabaks to get Zara arrested to teach her a lesson. Zeenat wants Zara to give up hope to reunite with Kabir. Shabazz suggests to Kabir to get Zara to hate him to keep her away forever. Zara arrives at the Ahmed house to repair the damages. Zeenat gets furious at Zara's audacity. Pierre Sahab changes his opinion regarding Zara and Kabir's togetherness. Kashan advises Kabir to change his decision of separating from Zara. Kabir saves Zara from getting injured. Kabir comes close to confessing his secrets. To stay away from Zara, he decides to move to Dubai until their divorce is finalized. Zara pleads with Kabir to change his mind. Kabir strongly advises her to stay away from him and to free him of their relationship. Kabir leaves for the airport with Shabazz. Kabir suddenly changes his decision and agrees to give another chance to his marriage. Kabir discloses his real intention behind reuniting with Zara to Shabazz. Shabazz, along with his goon called Rehman, and they plot to end Zara's life. Kabir catches Makbul and realizes that he is the same person who had shot Zara. Makbul confesses to his crime but hides Shabaz's name as a culprit. He instead blames Rizwan for the attacks. Kabir decides to stay with the Siddiquis to protect Zara. Shabazz manipulates Kabir to stay away from Zara, but he denies. Amina was impressed with Kabir's care for Zara. Posing as a maid, Rehman's lackey named Merun enters the Siddiqui house. Merun sets Zara's scarf on fire and also tries to poison her, but Zara got saved each time. But the next trap set by Merun proves fatal for Zara. Zara finds a way to learn about Makbul's boss identity. Shabazz and Rehman devise a plan to kill Makbul. The police spot Makbul, but he points a gun at himself. Later, a shot is fired and Makbul falls to the ground. Zara laments over Makbul's death. She also keeps the details of her abduction a secret from Kabir. Kabir refuses to accept Zara back until she agrees to abide by his conditions. Zara tries to reason with him, but he refuses to relent. Kabir gives an ultimatum to Zara. Later, Zara is on her way to feed the underprivileged children. Then she sees Kabir on the street with his head in his hands. Their eyes meet, but she rides away. Kazi suffers a heart attack due to the problems in Zara's life. Zara contacts Kabir to get Kazi's medical prescriptions back. Shabazz blocks Zara's attempts to contact Kabir on Zeenat's advice. Zara forcefully acquires the medical records from Kabir's car. Kazi gains consciousness after a successful surgery. Aisha demands Kabir to leave their home. In the hospital, while getting medicines for Aisha, Kabir bumps into Zara. Later, Zara learns about Aisha's ill health and Kabir living at the mosque and decides to go and meet Aisha. Salma was against it, but Cassie agrees with Zara. Zara meets Aisha and she urges her to forgive Kabir, but Zara refused. Kabir also refuses to return to the Ahmed house until Zara breaks all ties with his family. Zara challenged to get Aisha and Kabir together for Eid. Shabazz instructs Zeenat to prevent Zara from making any moves. Kabir goes to meet Shabazz and asks him if he knew about Kazi's heart attack and all that Zara went through because of Zeenat. Then, Kabir states his unwillingness to be part of the Sharia board. Later, Shabazz pays Cassie a visit to deliver shocking news. Shabazz learns about Zara's new duties in the Sharia board. Zeenat doubts the staff of the hospital where Ruksar has been admitted. Zarah and Kabir thinks about each other. At the Eid party, Ruksar enters with her face covered. She pretends to be part of the staff and reminds Zarah of someone. Kabir refuses to acknowledge Zeenat during the Eid party. Ruksar helps Zarah and vows to make it up for her past mistakes. Kabir's emotional apology melts Aisha's heart, not knowing that Ruqayya is Ruksar. Zeenat accuses her of spying on the Ahmeds. Zarah becomes suspicious of Ruqayya and wonders how she could be related to the Ahmed family. Ruksar gets exposed in front of everyone. She pleads innocence and claims to have changed her ways, but Kabir refuses to believe her. Zeenat conspires to get Ruksar back in Kabir's life. Aisha thinks of Kabir's feeling towards Ruksar. Kabir and Zarah visit Ruksar to test her motives. Later, a man hired by Ruksar tells Kabir that he wants to be with Zarah. This makes Kabir furious. He breaks a glass in anger and attacks the man. Zeenat praises Ruksar for her pretense to reunite Zarah and Kabir. Kabir overhears their conversation and misunderstands Ruksar's action. Zarah decides to meet Rizwan in the prison. Kabir worries for Zarah's safety with Ruksar around. Kabir learns about Zarah's constant visits to the prison. He disguises himself as a cab driver to prevent Zarah from reaching there. Ahead of Zarah's visit, Shabazz arrives at the prison to meet Rizwan. The reason why Rizwan took the blame for attempting to kill Zarah got revealed. Disguised as a cab driver, Kabir tries to stop Zarah from reaching the prison in time. Rizwan wants Zarah to release him from jail so that he can work towards taking revenge on Shabazz. Zarah brings the poor Ruksar to the Siddiqui house. Kabir tells Shabazz to keep Ruksar away from Zarah. Kabir arrives at the Siddiqui house and insists that Ruksar live with him, to which Ruksar agrees on a condition. Zarah kept on thinking about all the memories she has with Kabir and tears rolled down her cheeks. Later, the Ahmeds arrived at the Siddiqui house to take Ruksar back. Ruksar confesses that she has been lying and hands Kabir a certificate that got everyone shocked. Zarah and Aksra help release Rizwan from jail on a temporary basis and hope this will help them find Makbul's boss. At the cafe, Kabir overhears that Cassie is in need of money and he vows to work tirelessly to help pay Cassie's loan. Later, Zarah and Kabir meet his cousin Aliyah at a cafe. Azra expresses her suspicions about Ruksar to Zarah. Later, she catches Ruksar sneaking into Kazi's room at night. Salma realizes that Ruksar was trying to keep money in their room and not to steal. Zarah learns about her family's financial problems and promises to help. Shabazz learns that Zarah may end up working at the same NGO as Kabir. With a hidden agenda, he meets with the NGO's owner. Zarah is left shocked upon meeting Kabir at the NGO. Meanwhile, Rizwan gets his hand on the golden gloves, which could incriminate Shabazz. Zarah and Kabir refuse to speak bad about each other during the investors' meeting. They instead turn the table on Wazim and reject the job offers. Kabir saves Kazi from getting injured. Shabazz gets Zarah and Kabir's picture published in a newspaper. The news articles put Zarah and her morals in a bad light. Kashan conveys a bad news regarding their business to Shabazz and Kabir. Wazim requests Zarah and Kabir to solve a sudden crisis with the Bilasa village school project undertaken by his NGO. All these crises had been created by Rizwan. Kabir and Zarah arrived at the Sajid's factory in Bilasa to solve the NGO's crisis. Fearing that this crisis may bring the couple together, Shabazz instructs Rehman to blast the factory. Rizwan traps an unconscious Zarah and Kabir inside the factory. Kabir was unable to find a way to get Zarah out of the factory. Zarah expresses her last wishes to Kabir and slips into unconsciousness. Rehman set off the blast. Rizwan's goons tell the police about Kabir and Zarah being locked inside the factory. Rizwan boasts over how he had caused Kabir's death and he will incriminate Shabazz for it. Elsewhere, Kabir is seen attending to Zarah's injury after she has escaped from the factory before the blast. Rizwan's accomplice threatens the goons from revealing about Rizwan's hand in the blast to the police. Kabir pours his heart out to Zarah and she regains consciousness. Shabazz learns that the police have found the proof which could incriminate him for the blast. Rizwan gets the golden gloves back from the police. Kabir refuses to answer Zarah's questions. Zarah and Kabir returns to their homes. On receiving the final cooler notice, Zarah vows to find out why Kabir wants to separate from her. And now we are at the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please, if you do, please make sure you give it a thumbs up, comment down in the comment section, and please make sure you share this video to your loved ones who also love Zeeworld. And please don't forget to subscribe for more updates from me, and I'll see you all again in my next video. Bye guys.